The University of Idaho is celebrating a huge milestone. Their Women's Center celebrating 50 years this year. And Brenda joins us right now to tell us more about one of the longest running women's centers in the nation. Brenda, tell us about this.
Well, Maggie, the Women's Center was founded at a time where gender-based discrimination was legal. I spoke to the center's program coordinator, who gives us a look at what the University of Idaho looked like for women before Title IX and how it looks like 50 years later.
The fight for gender equality continues all over the nation, including here in the Gem State at the University of Idaho.
Especially in this political landscape, especially in this state, that there's been an ongoing strive to bring inclusion and belonging in spaces, especially higher education.
That's where the University of Idaho's Women's Center comes in,
Providing a space for women and other minoritized genders to come together and communicate and have discussions together.
50 years ago in June, President Richard Nixon signed Title IX into law, a law that stipulates that any educational program or activity that receives federal funding cannot discriminate based on gender.
Just by making it illegal for sex discrimination does not necessarily put in place those supports and community that would enable folks to succeed.
The Women's Center's program coordinator, Jeana Moody, says before Title IX, U of I saw about 37% of women enrolled with a 25 to 30% dropout rate.
So they were seeing dropout numbers of women in all fields across the board drastically.
And a couple months after Title IX, the University of Idaho founded one of the longest running women's centers in the nation.
Not only is sex discrimination illegal, but also that there are supports on campus in order to get those students through to graduation.
50 years later, Moody says graduation and enrollment have increased.
Now we have more than 50% enrolled students are women identified. Our graduation rates are, I would say even for men and women and other minoritized genders.
And although the university will celebrate the accomplishments made in the past half century, Moody says thinking about the future of the center is complicated.
The future is complicated because of Idaho legislature right now. The ways in which we want to be serving our students, we're actually unable to in some ways. So our goal is to serve our students as well as we can at the moment.
Well, as part of their celebration, they're going to be talking to just different women from different generations to talk about the evolution of the Women's Center. So I'm sure that's going to be such a wonderful story to hear.
Well, yes, over 50 years of stories and experience. Thank you, Brenda, for bringing that to us.